products of industrial chemical manufacturing are deeply interwoven into our daily lives, and to a degree that I think people don't really appreciate. Some of these products are very obvious, things like plastic water bottles or gym clothes that are made with spandex and nylon are very obviously synthetically derived. These products they're everywhere. So the same nylon that goes into your gym clothes are also an essential component of car engines. And if you have a vanilla latte on the way into work, I hate to say, but that flavoring molecule is almost certainly petrochemically derived vanillin. And even the pharmaceutical drugs that we take, if you have aspirin to treat a headache, it's no longer extracted from willow bark. It's almost exclusively produced from petroleum feedstocks. And this is problematic for several reasons. So firstly, we are depleting a finite resource, but in doing so, we also contribute to the global warming crisis. To take nylon, for example, you need the precursor molecule adipic acid, and when we synthesize that, we release large amounts of nitrous oxide, which is a very potent greenhouse gas. And finally, it also leaves us very open to geopolitical tensions. So when the Strait of Hormuz shuts, it doesn't just stop us being able to ship and move goods. It stops us from being able to make those goods in the first place. So my research is focused on engineering E. coli to produce the same chemical goods using waste feedstocks. One of the projects I've worked on is to take waste bread, and if you feed that to E. coli, they will normally produce aromatic amino acids as part of their native metabolism. By introducing a metabolic shunt of enzymes, I was able to produce cis-muconic acid, which can be interfaced with hydrogen produced by the E. coli to get us to adipic acid that could be used for nylon synthesis. And when we did a life cycle assessment of this process, we predict we can get a carbon negative product through this route. I've looked at different substrates as well. So instead of looking at bread waste, we can look at lignin, which is part of the woody biomass of plants. It's a non-digestible compound. And we can take one of the constituents of that polymer, and using a 4-enzyme cascade, we can again get to adipic acid. And this time we've been able to show that by using different enzyme homologs and optimizing the reaction conditions, we can get a very efficient process of about 97% yield and titers of about 1.5 grams per liter. And finally, I was part of a project spearheaded by a PhD student in the group, where we looked at not only different substrate, but different products, in this case, breaking down PET plastic to make TPA, and using a 7-enzyme cascade, we could make the anti-Parkinson's drug L-DOPA. And really, the aim of this work is to show both that bioengineering can be an important part of chemical manufacturing, but also to get people to think a little bit more about the waste that they throw away, and those resources and what we can do with them.